But if you have bitter envy and self-deceiving in your hearts, and do not boast and lie about the truth. The motives of the heart, back to what we were talking about. Bitter, envy, self-seeking, all things for myself. This is not an other-centered thought. This is a Rob-centered thought. What can Rob get for himself out of the deal? Now he's going to tell us about this wisdom. I'm going to add a couple of words in here just to get the point across a little bit. This wisdom does not descend from above. In other words, it's not from heaven. It's not a heavenly wisdom. Then he goes on to say, and we're going to see a regression here. We got a comparison, and then we're going to have a regression happen at the same time. This wisdom does not descend from above or from heaven. But the first thing it's earthly. It's of the world. It's worldly. Next thing, it's sensual. This wisdom is controlled by my emotions, what's going on inside of me. It's not being controlled by the Holy Spirit. And the last part of the regression, it can be worldly. Oftentimes, based on what's saying here, it's sensual because it's my feelings, bitter, envy, and self-seeking. That's my emotional person wanting for myself. And then it goes on to say it is demonic. So the first thing is just general worldly attitude. Next thing is Rob's having it for himself. And the next thing is that Satan or the demons or whatever, however you want to look at it, spiritual warfare is going on inside of me, and I'm getting my inspiration, my source from the demons or from the other side. So we saw a contrast between heavenly humility and good works. And then we see bitter, envy, self-seeking. And then just from the world, just from my own emotions, feeling. And just because you see the word sensual in the New King James, it does not mean it's a sexual thing. Sensual can actually be our emotions. And then the last thing, we can be motivated by demonic influences. For where envy and self-seeking exist, here's some more results. There's confusion, and every evil thing are there. We open our hearts up, we bring these things in, and the enemy has no problem of slowly flooding us with things to take over our thoughts, so to speak. We're not possessed, but we're thinking about these things instead of thinking on the things of heaven. It seems impossible for me, and for me to be focused on God, and at the same time sitting here thinking, well, I can go do this. For me personally, it doesn't work because the Holy Spirit convicts me. It's like, Rob, which is it? James 3:17 and 18. But wisdom from above